Now, bracket semi-final. We have TTV going up against Ginyu Force, and we have Venusaur being banned. Solar Beam Venusaur getting banned out. What world do we live in? Urshifu, Glaceon, Chandelure, Eldegoss, and Snorlax for the side of Ginyu Force, up against Slowbro, Buzzwole, Hoopa, Mew, and Lutano now pulling out the Gardevoir. Game 1, Kratos heading over to the center area. For the left side, right side, we have Lutano heading towards the center area as well. Bot lane Snorlax, Chandelure, up against a Mew and a Slowbro. Actually, is Bloodline looking for an invade right here? He might be. Oh yes, he is. But he's going to leave the can alone on bot path, which can be quite difficult up against Mew and Slowbro. Gonna try to get some safe experience, but goes for the invade. Of course, Zagrag's gonna try to rotate right here in time now. To secure the blue buff, they have to watch out for the tackle, of course. Tackle comes through into the boost auto attack, but it's not enough. Lutanos there to secure the blue buff. Was just not enough time. So nicely secured there by TTV, not losing their blue buff. And yeah, but it's gonna be quite difficult for Katie down here up against Otter. Otter, probably the best Mew player in North America. Absolutely incredible on it. So, gotta be very careful going up against this guy on the Mew. Light Screen Electro Ball is gonna start with that. And the first Altaria spawn is about to happen. Ace Neighbor didn't get a lot of experience yet, only stuck on level 3. Inda already level 4. And the Altarias are going to disappear so fast. She was actually quite late. The big blow comes through, they're going to try to go for Slash here. Focus Man going to try to keep it alive, and Slash does get taken down by the final auto attack of the Urshifu. And that's first kill of the game. Going over to Ginyu Force. Slash couldn't get away from it. And got taken down. Katie, level 5 now. Overheat is unlocked. So Chandelure is going to be very strong now in this early game. Got level 5 quite safely, actually. So Otter wasn't able to bully it all too hard. But so far, not a single point has been scored on either side. So in case anyone has like some stacking items, it means those stacking items are also still at 0. Not something you want to be at. Altaria is going to disappear. Electro Ball trying to go for it, but Kratos able to secure the Altaria just in time. They're going to try to chase Otter, eject buttoning forward into Electro Ball, but it's not enough damage to take down Urshifu. So aggressive by Otter there. First 10 points of the game go in. But Lutano getting taken down. Another KO going over to Ginyu Force. Holding themselves quite well in this early game so far. And yeah, rotation comes through. Inda's actually going to pull towards top path. And where's Lutano going? Lutano's heading back to central area, just farming level 8 and level 9. Who is better secure in this game? Big blow, of course, on the left side for Ginyu Force. And Icy Wind is going to be great for last hitting. Right side, we just have Mew pretty much. Superpower can last hit objectives as well. Also totally fine. But not as easy, of course. Kratos looking for the last hit right here. Surf coming through as well. Snorlax with a heavy slam able to secure those 3 points. And the Reggie is up, but neither team is really committing towards it yet. Chandelure level 8, Urshifu level 8 for the left side, quite strong already. Buze is gonna try to stack up his icy shard stacks. Those crystals, making sure he gets to 8. Okay, to get engaged on, nice, so he actually gets sidestepped by Chandelure, but trying to go in, and there we go. Inda comes in with the Phantom Force, takes on the Chandelure, but I know that was TTV securing it. Urshifu stays top path and he gets the Regieleki. TTV gets the bot Regi. And both teams just trade objective and points with each other. TTV is going to break the bot goal. They're going to keep on pushing as well. Or try to leave. Basu Unite goes on. Celeste is getting engaged on. Honestly, he's going to be as lucky. He gets punched, uppercutted into the air by the Urshifu. And also taken down. They're going to try to score some more points right here. They're going to also break the first goal with the 30 points of Snorlax. Closing the gap a tiny bit, 187 to 101 points now. Still quite close game. 2 level 10s on, like 1 level 10 on each side. 2 level 9s, 1 level 8. Actually, Buzzwole is hitting level 10 now. So TTV with a small lead, but it's not any significant lead yet. Yeah, Buze just keeps on playing Glaceon every single game. I mean, he performs very well on it. If he gets to 13-14 for those late game team fights, it's quite difficult to play against, so trying to farm up a bit more. But neither team is really doing anything right now. They're just farming, they're just waiting a tiny bit, no one's to overextend. It's quite difficult to make a play happen when both teams have an attacker Pokemon. You don't want to go towards the enemy side of the map necessarily. Inder just playing goalkeeper on bot path. And yeah, they're just waiting for someone to make a mistake. Neither of these teams want to make this mistake themselves. Whoever wins this best of 3 is already guaranteed a top 3 team. So it's quite huge, a lot of money. Already won by winning this best of 3 right here, so a lot on the line for both teams. That is for sure. Buzzwood takes on Snorlax. There, Snorlax goes a bit too deep. Slashdown using the move speed from his reset passive. Goes in Smackdown onto Aeros. But do they have enough damage? Goes to Ignite move, but Aeros can fly up, dodge it, and let back down Slashdown in a very bad position. Gets pushed back to the left side. Wonderfully done by the Aeros. A bit too ambitious there from Buzzwood, thinking he can take down Aeros like this. But Hoopermon comes through, and TTV is going to secure a free Regirock at least, since Inder was just shitting on bot path with that Unbound form. That's going to be another trade. Actually, Otter's going to go in though. Ginyu Force is fighting. And Urshifu gets taken down. Otter now on the chase of Snorlax as well. Another Electro Ball is going to land. And he's going to keep on chasing. Yawn is going to miss. Eject button forward in the heavy slam. But the Electro Ball follows across the wall, of course. And Snorlax also taking down. Bloodline not looking all too happy about what just happened. I don't know why Ginyu Force fought this even. I don't know how they went down, but they lose 2 members on bot path. For kind of no reason, I would say. But yeah, Otter is just incredible. Mew, of course, very hard to get away from. 101 to 187 points in favor of TTV. Still with a small lead. But again, not much is happening. Not much is happening. Everyone is just farming experience. Buzzwood now is level 11. He has his biggest power spike. All the levels you want on Buzzwood are level 5, 7, and 11. Those are the most important ones. Superpower plus every single time your muscle gauge reaches 100%. Your superpower resets, which is insanely strong. Which allows you to do double superpower, so you can do superpower into Smackdown into superpower. And take everyone down. 1 minute to go for double time. And yeah, I mean, this is just a very passive game. It's gonna come down to that last final team fight, most likely. Pacifically going for a push, you just don't want to overextend, right? You just don't want to throw the game away for a few points. And no objective is up right now, but they're spawning in 20 seconds. TTV now going into position for this one. Ginyu Force also looks like they want to fight this one. Slowbro still top path, but Hyperspace Portal can always come through. Import Zagrak to bot path. And Inder's for sure gonna port him now. There's Hyperspace Portal onto the goal. And Ginyu Force is going to fight this one. 25 seconds before race spawns. And this could already be maybe a game-deciding teamfight right here. Zagrak is walking up quite deep. Taking a lot of damage right here, looking for the surf, but Shenlong gets taken down by Otter. Huge play by Mew. Superpower comes through. Snorlax also taken down. 2 KOs for TTV, and they're gonna secure a Registeel for free now. Why not for free? They fought for it. But Ginyu Force can't contest this last hit. And it's gonna be a lot of damage for this Mew. That's gonna be a lot of damage. Rayquaza is now up on the map. Ginyu Force have to look for a team fight. But it's just so difficult. Otter's gonna keep on poking. Slash is gonna pick up the red buff, smacks into the ground. Buze is level 13, so again, he's gonna deal a lot of damage. And TTV has to make sure that Ginyu Force doesn't get too much space. Otherwise, they might just be able to just rip this Ray. Which I don't think TTV wants to go for a flip when they're in such a good position. Oh, nice Solar Beam comes through the light screen. It's going to, I think, barely miss, but Katie is under half HP right now, and that Solar Beam is going to stop Snorlax as well. Otter looking for the poke, boost out tag, lands onto Eldegoss. It's going to block it away from Glaceon. Glaceon with the point buff is trying to keep everyone healthy right now. Hyperspace Portal is on the TTV side. Otter getting knocked up by Rayquaza though, losing a bit of HP. Nothing crucial though. Now the Solar Beams coming through. Heavy Slam though, landing onto Otter, into the Yawn, into the Tornado of Rayquaza. Otter can't fight right now. 2 people are down. Buzzwood is down. But there's the 5-man Gardevoir Unite. But no one is getting taken down yet. Urshifu's gonna try to run forward now, looking for Lutano right here with the Psyshock. What a huge Gardevoir Unite, but they only get Urshifu now. Inner trying to stay alive. And there we go. Rayquaza goes down, and Ginyu Force is able to secure it. They win the team fight. And they can score right now. 100 points going for Snorlax. 100 points going for Eldegoss. 100 for Glaceon. And Ginyu Force is going to take the first game, most likely. There's only 30 seconds left. 130 points have to be scored for TTV. Can they make it to the left side in time to even have a chance? Buzzful and Slowbro just got blown into pieces. Slowbro couldn't even unite move. Zagrug just got taken down. Before his unite move came out, Lutano tried to save everyone, but Eldegoss just healing too much there. Keeps everyone alive from the God of a Unite. And yeah, we have Ginyu Force taking the first game. Oh boy. TTV is down again. 0-1 in the first match. Draft number 2, and Lutano does get its Venusaur, but he's up against a Talonflame. That's a pretty good counter towards this Venusaur. Gonna see how much Ginyu Force can do with it. So it's gonna be a Lapras, Buzzful, Eldegoss, Venusaur, and Ninetales for TTV. Up against Hoopa, Mew, Glaceon, Snorlax, and the Talonflame for Ginyu Force. Let's go. Can TTV bring it back, or can Ginyu Force make an upset happen? That would be quite the surprise, of course, if Ginyu Force is the first team to move towards the winner final. Don't think anyone would expect this to happen, but they have been looking good in these past 3 weeks. So, see if they can keep this one up. Otter, back on the Ninetales, looking for a lot of damage right here. Didn't get to play Mew this game. Not sure if he actually prefers... I mean, yeah, probably if he gets to play Mew every game, he would. But yeah. Lasty goes over there to the side of Otter. And he's gonna get level 4 already. First evolution done, and last evolution already for the Ninetales. The Buzzful last game didn't look all too great. I mean, it got a bit of value, but in the last teamfight just got completely blown into pieces. The last teamfight is quite difficult for Buzzful. Especially when everyone presses Unite moves. It's quite difficult. Lutano getting engaged on by Kratos, but the Giga Drain is going to try to keep Lutano healthy and safe. Potentially, at least. I'm going for this Altaria spawn now. Looking for the Giga Drain as well. Looking for the last hit. Face Stinger goes in. And Slash secures the Altaria, hitting level 5 now. Superpower is going to be unlocked. And TTV with a small win on this top path. Let's see what build we have Zagrug going for. It's going to be Water Pulse or Perish Song. I feel like for an XP share, Lapras, Water Pulse is still better. Because you might not even reach level 11. It's going to be very late. So, and you just need the healing from Water Pulse to stay alive in fights. Is that a Trick Hooper? Oh, it's a Trick Hooper again. Didn't we see this earlier as well? Was it the same team, Ginyu Force, that was playing Trick Hooper? Not sure. But yeah, another Trick Hooper. The second one we see today. I think it probably was Ginyu Force as well who played it earlier today. Not sure how much I like it. I feel like Hyperspace Full is just way too insane. But the Otter engaging onto Mew has the eject button away. But there's the Talonflame. And Talonflame is going to have a good time in teamfights up against Ninetales. Well, it's actually a Veil for Otter. Plays a bit defensive because he's up against Talonflame. So he adjusts his build up against the Speedster to make sure he doesn't go down as easily. Because it's going to be more tanky inside this way. There you can, so it's just going to survive. And Snorlax taking down 5 members now down here for the side of TTV. They're going to break this goal. Going to completely brute force it. I mean, I think it's just because of Talonflame. Because Ninetales with Avalanche Blizzard struggles into Talonflame. And Veil is much easier to play into it. Gives you damage reduction. Gives you another jump away right from the fly or something. So, oh, eject button from Celestia, but gets blocked by the passive of Glaceon. Yeah. I mean, the trick could be for the Talonflame as well, for sure. When he goes in, you can always Phantom Force your teammates back out. It is not too bad. Like, the trick Phantom Force combo is actually quite decent. It's just Hyperspace Hole is just way too broken, I feel like. Zagrug going forward now. Does he have Water Pulse? Does he have Perish Song? Yeah, he has Water Pulse. I think that's for sure the better option right now in this game as well. But he's making a tank already. The flag goes up. Zagrug taken down. But there's already Venusaur with the Unite move. And Lutano deletes Wall. He's going to try to go for more right here as well. They're dropping super low on HP. He's going to miss the Solar Beam though, but the whip onto Hooper's taking him down. But Talonflame at least secures the Reggie. He's going to get level 9 as well. Trying to take down the Ninetales, and he does so. Kratos gets away with the steal on the Reggie. And also taking down Ninetales. Lutano tried very hard to win this team fight, and he did quite well. But not enough for him to get the Reggie, but still quite, I guess, even of a fight. Pretty even of a fight so far. TTV gets more KOs, but Ginyu Force gets the objective and 1 counter KO as well. But a lot of experience for Lutano now, who's already level 10.5. Slashy. That's Smackdown. What? Okay, interesting. It's a smackdown right before the Phantom Force comes out, but Pooper was already in the Phantom Force, so still getting punched anyways. So the thing is, Talonflame can always go in and then Phantom Force back out. Usually this was played with Bravebird. A team like Time to Shine played it last year a lot. Or like the old Time to Shine, which was Apes Unleashed or Apprentice Unleashed. They used to play Bravebird and Phantom Force. You Bravebird and you Phantom Force back out. This gives your Speedster another disengage. It's actually quite strong. There's Venusaur coming through. He's gonna try to snipe Hooper and he does so successfully. But they all commit a lot to get a support down. Talonflame with the Knife Weaver gonna eject button across the wall as well. Almost gets Lutano with him. But now he's getting a super powered smackdown. He flies back up, lands back down with a heavy slam onto Lutano and onto Eldegoss. Can Lutano escape this? There's a Gear Drain coming in action, keeping him alive. The Fly is gonna try to follow, but he makes it to the berry in time. Can he find a nice Solar Beam maybe onto Bloodline? Yes, he does so. Meanwhile, on the right side, we have Otta exploding the Talonflame. Now jumping onto Mew's way. He's gonna take a double KO with those Veil auto attacks. And TTV still ends up winning in this fight somehow. Vigileki now being taken under half HP already. Can Buze maybe snipe it away? Lutano waiting for the Soul Beam. That comes through and secured by Lutano. On the Venusaur, of course. Amazing play again. And Hooper and Bones being used on bot path. They're gonna get 40 points in. Can they get some more in maybe? They're gonna try to go for the next goal. But Snorlax is there. Can he jump in time to stop Venusaur from scoring? Yes, he can. Did he stop Eldegoss as well? I'm not quite sure. But Ginyu Force is going to break the bot goal. They're going to get Lapras, so 23 points went in for Eldegoss. And 3 Registeel for the side of Ginyu. So, both teams getting value on the other side of the map. I don't think Ginyu Force is too sad with this. Maybe they can force a top goal push now with that Registeel damage. But of course, diving goals can be quite scary and risky. Especially up against Lutano, who's going to stay very far away. And he's very close to level 13 already. But Glacier as well, very high level already. Almost 13. I really want to know what Buze is talking about. I really want to know what he's saying. What is he talking? What is he saying? I really want to know what he's saying. Super power, smackdown onto Mew, and Mew gets taken down. There's the Shane CC coming through from Buswell. Kratos trying to score 19 points, but Zagreb on goal defense duty. Otta's actually going to come in. They're going to try to go for this KO. Here's the Unite move as well. Away from the Talonflame Unite. He tried to actually eject button onto Otta to take Otta with him. To maybe take down the Nighttails, but it didn't quite fully connect. But nice try. Nice try. 226 to 138 points. Level 12 now for Slash here as well. Level 13 for Lutano. He has the Solar Beam Plus. It's gonna make Solar Beam a very low cooldown now, of course. But Talonflame also level 13. It's quite scary. Again, Lutano has to play it safe. It's quite scary. He just doesn't pay attention 1 second. He can get dove on, engaged on. Of course, he has the Giga Drain to give him damage reduction, but Talonflame can dodge away from it quite easily too. And he doesn't have a way of resetting Giga Drain like he does with Petidance. Ginyu Force in position right now, and TTV, they're good at the Regieleki, but they have to find a way in now. And Lapras is completely zoned off, and Zagreb might face check right here. Ooh, Zagreb. Playing with fire. They have no idea, but Buze doesn't have any stacks right now. Because he's in the bush, he can't keep up his Icy Wind stacks. He's gonna start bidding them up now. On the Rayquaza, there we go. Fully stacks. Make sure Icy Wind damage is there. Level 14 Glaceon is absolutely scary. He's the highest level in the game right now. Just been farming all game. Ends up being 14. He's gonna chunks Busfu to 1.5 HP. And Celestial again. This last team fight's gonna be so difficult for this Buswell. Oh, but nice Solar Beam there lands onto Glaceon. It's eject by the way, man. They're gonna take down Snorlax before he can jump around. The fight's breaking out. Lapras is going in. Hooper's very low on HP already. He has to drop the Unbound, but he's getting exploded by Ninetales and the Venusaur. Mew trying to go in, but I think Mew's also gonna fall anytime soon. There's a Solar Beam. Mew is down. It's only down to Talonflame now. He's the last bird. Goes on with the Fly, but he has no chance of getting any KOs. I know TTV is just going for this Rayquaza. Ooh, Lutano with the eject button as well from the Solar Beam. Can Heavy Slam see it away? No, he can't. Nice whip as well to make sure the Heavy Slam can't go out. And TTV secures the Rayquaza. 100 points good for Zagreb. Inda's gonna try to sneak around as well. And that's most likely going to be the second game going to TTV. Snorlax also down. Inda just waiting on top path. Scouted out by the Ataria. Who are map hacking. What are these Ataria? What is happening? This is map hacking. Inda's just waiting a long time. I'm Ginyu Force left to push towards the left side, and as soon as this happens, Inda can just go in, score 100 points. Ginyu Force not looking for the push. But Zakrock also with the shield is going to do extra damage on basic attacks and water pools. And Ginyu Force running out of time. There's Eldegoss now running towards the enemy base. Ginyu Force making the final push happen. But I don't think it's gonna matter. 9 seconds left. Talonflame is gonna break the bottom goal. But yeah. I mean, no, it was already broken anyways. TV is gonna take the second game and we go to a third one. 3. We have Ginyu Force with Glaceon, Snorlax, Chandelure, Eldegoss, and Urshifu banning out the Venusaur yet again. And for TTV, we have Hoopa, Mew, Slowbro, Gardevoir, and a Zoroark as a last pick, which I'm quite surprised. Like, I'm surprised that TTV doesn't pick it more often as well. Slashy played it a lot in the past, so maybe he's not confident enough to play it on stage. I have no idea, though. 1-1, deciding game number 3. Winner is going to move towards the winner final, and loser is going to move towards the loser loser quarterfinals, actually, I think. So, I'm going to see how that goes. Or loser round number 2, whatever it's called. I'm actually not sure. Otter back on the Mew. Like in first game, but they actually lost, though. So, Otter losing on a Mew. Quite a rare sight. First last that goes out to TTV on bot path. Katie being very aggressive right here, but we have Snorlax securing the last right there. But I'm not sure if Katie actually was in range. So they might have lost some experience right there. And yeah, Zoroark, level 4 already. Utano is the center area player right now. Takes over the center area. And tries to get to level 5 fast for that Psyshock. I don't think we're going to see a future sight. Snorlax already getting so many last hits on bot path, already at 23 Eos energy. So, he has gotten a lot of last hits there. And Tano setting up for the gank, but so is Urshifu. On top path as well. Celeste looking still for level 5. Has to be a bit careful right here, not to just get hit by a big blow maybe. One icy win. Dives in actually quite aggressively. But we have actually Urshifu going very low on HP. But Kratos makes a belly out of life, and Celeste is so close to level 5. It's so sad when you're just like, just 1 centimeter away from getting to level 5. It's such a bad feeling, because you still need one last hit somewhere to evolve. Because she can't passively evolve, sadly. Oh, nice boost. Auto take into the Solar Beam. Otter trying, but Katie eject butting in with overheat now. And Otter gets outplayed by Katie. Nice eject button there. Otter thought he has the upper hand, but wasn't ready for the eject button towards the side into the overheat. Slashy is level 5 now. Question is how much he can do with this. Up against Urshifu, of course, not quite easy. And yeah, Otter getting outplayed is on Mew is quite rare as well. Diving now into the mid Ataria. Slashy taking load right here, but the big blow is going to get the Ataria. Kratos dives back out, already level 7 now. Slashy is someone who always plays cut, so I assume we're going to see a cut on the Zoroark. Which I mean is totally fine. I don't think it matters too much which one you go for. I think the Shadow Claw stun is still just a tiny bit better. But cut for sure is also quite reasonable. Slashy getting low for now, but the feint attack towards the right side. To the hyperspace portal. Tano almost taking on Kratos in exchange. Already level 7, so Psychic is there as well. Psychic, Psyshock. Does a lot of damage together. Psychic shreds special defense. And then just Psyshock just does a lot of extra damage. Auto retain back to bot path. I'm going to try to take down Zakrak, who's burning. But makes it back to the goal in time. And now Slash is level 7. Left heat's going to be cut or Shadow Claw. And yeah, it's going to be cut. Dives back in onto Eldegoss. Could have actually maybe went for it, but doesn't want to quite overextend. He's just gotten a lot of experience now, hitting level 8 as well. Actually, he's hit level 8 before Urshifu does. Well, they actually hit it at the same time. 27 to 29 points. Not many points are being scored yet, but the first fight's going to happen. Utano's only level 8. Doesn't have quite Unite Move yet, but no one has... No, Katie has Unite Move actually on the Chandelure. Goes for the Imprison. Move Lock onto Mew. Chandelure's being very aggressive right. There's Laser being charged, and Trick Blow is going to secure it for the side of Ginyu Force. But on the left side, we have Slash diving in. He's going to take down 1. Not sure if he got actually 2. Looking for Katie as well. That's going to take down Zoroark as well. TTV with a teamfight win. They do lose the Reggie, but they get 3 KOs in exchange. I think they're going to be quite happy with this one as well. I'm gonna be quite happy about this one. As long as you get KOs for losing the objective, it's totally fine. In the end, it kinda equals each other out. And now we have Slash here working on this Regieleki. Gonna try to take it down alone. Snorlax is around here. They're gonna try to buy time for Urshifu to be there. And Urshifu makes it in time. Kratos almost level 9 as well. He's gonna walk up. Big Blow being charged up. And he's too late though. Gardevoir already bursted down. Lutano looking for a Unite move onto Urshifu. They're gonna try to take him down and they blow him into pieces. Glaceon just barely got away there with the eject button. Before he also got sucked into the black hole. 30 points go in now, so Leshy can score another 40 as well if he wants to do so. But he's gonna wait a tiny bit. Wait out the time to make sure those NDDs on the top left spawn a bit later. But yeah, I don't think they can stop him from scoring. Imprison does stop scoring, they might actually do so. Oh, but he gets those 40 in just now. Like the faint attack. Oh, Shifu now goes on to Slowbro, not the target they want. But he's gonna get a free KO onto Zakrak. Maybe they can start pushing this top goal now as well. It's still at 80 points. A lot of points can go into this goal. But a huge solo from the side by Otta hits 4 members of Ginyu Force into the electric ball, looking for the boost out attack as well onto Buze. Goes into the Unite move and he's for sure dead. Eject buttons forward. And Otta now. Otta with an insane flank. 3 KOs. Wow, what a disgusting flank. Solar Beam into 3 KOs. Absolutely disgusting. 80 points going on top. Or 60 it was, I'm not sure. And then more points going on bot path as well. Yeah, when you give this guy a Mew, it's quite scary. It just is scary. 241 to 51 points now. TTV just gained so much from this. And now the red Jai is also being taken by Ginyu Force though. I think TTV is not going to fight for this. Zakrak's going to try to steal it away, but I mean... yeah, against Big Blow, of course. Should not be possible. And Urshifu is able to secure it. Nicely done. Bit of a win, but not too much. Super Bomb being used. They're going to Slowbro Unite. They're going to blow Eldegoss into pieces. Chandelure as well. Snorlax is going to fall next. The Slowbro Unite into the huge Solar Beam. And now Slash is just jumping around from left to right, left to right. Has to be a bit careful that Icy Wind comes through. Buze doesn't have quite enough damage though. And can't hit the Icy Wind there. And now TTV with 337 points. In 6 minutes. Probably the highest points you've seen so far before Ray has spawned, I feel like. If I'm not completely wrong, it might actually, I think this is the highest points right before Ray has spawned today. It might be. Maybe not. But it could be at least. Regieleki now getting taken, started by Ginyu Force. Urshifu's gonna move in. And they're just gonna try secure, but Urshifu's still not here, but they're gonna get it anyways. TTV's not even gonna try. They know it's not worth fighting for. This Regieleki is quite useless for them. They're going to try to just defend it very fast. And I think that's the right decision as well. Like Ginyu Force, maybe looking for the push right here. Katie looking for the Imprison. And actually it might walk in the end. Tupa trying to stop it, but no, it actually walks in. And Urshifu's going to take down Gardevoir as well. So Ginyu Force actually making a bit of something happen right here. But it's a big difference of 222 points. So, is it 222 points? Yeah, it's 222. Another Reggie spawning on bot path in 20 seconds. And looks like Ginyu Force actually might fight for it, if they can. Are they gonna try? Spawns in 5 seconds, so Urshifu and Shinru is still very far away. So yeah, looks like Ginyu Force is not gonna fight for this. And it's gonna be a Reggie steal for Mew. And Zorok, and Gardevoir, and Slowbro. I mean, for Slowbro it doesn't matter too much, but still. Ooh, that is scary. Otta's gonna just, if Otta doesn't get one shot, he's gonna deal a lot of damage. He is gonna just explode Ginyu Force with those Solar Beams and Electro Balls. But he can still maybe get caught by Urshifu. He has to be a bit careful. But he can always, if he sees Urshifu Unite coming, he can press Unite move and dodge it. That's something he can do as well. But if Urshifu throw chops onto Mew, then you can't dodge it, right? But if it's from far away, you can press Mew Unite to counter it. Currently Agility locked in for Otta. He's going to switch abilities now, maybe into the Beam's Light Screen combo. Potentially, he's looking for some poke right now, but doesn't want to overextend. Yeah, Solar Beam and Light Screen right now being picked up by Otta. His move switch is now on a like 15-second cooldown still, so if they find maybe the engage now, He can't swap into Surf or Agility. There's a huge beam coming through. And Ginyu Force is running out of time. They're not finding a way in right now into this Rayquaza pit. Oh, there's Kratos looking maybe for Mew. He's going to jump over into Celestia. Celestia has to be careful. Tries to run away. And Kratos... Oh, did he try to throat shot over him, but he didn't quite make it? What? That looked so weird. Otter missing the beam now. Looking for the boost auto attack. Heavy Slam lands onto Celestia. Going to try to engage him. He's actually going to dive in with the Night Move for somebody. He's going to get taken down. Maybe he gets... Oh, he dives back in. But Celestia just kind of gets himself down. But a huge Gallery Knight hits 3 into the Hooper Laser. Snorlax also down. Menutano just always hits these insane Unite moves. And I think this should be it. It's only Buze left. And there's nothing this little Glaceon can do. He might be Big Uzi. But in the end, he's just a little Glaceon. And Rayquaza's getting taken down. And TTV moves on to the winner final. They're going to be the first team to move on. There's top 3 secured for this tournament. And they're going to wait into the winner final. Up against LG or Team YouTube next. Which is going to be our next semifinal. Clean game by TTV this time around. Otter. I think Otter probably made the game deciding play on top half. That snowballed the game in their favor. Props to Ginyu Force, they tried. But a TTV makes the upper bracket run so far happen.